Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this special figure showcase and review we're going to be looking at the Transformers Kingdom. So this is from the War for Cybertron trilogy. It's the Battle Across Time collection, and what we're going to do with this video, we're going to have a quick look at them in both of their modes, help you decide how you want to display them. We'll have a look at how you can use their accessories in both of their modes as well. Now I know this is a couple of years old, but the main reason for this is this set has popped up on a couple of discount websites in the UK recently at again a very reasonable price, and it also made me realise that I've not reviewed mine yet either. So also, because it's quite old, we can have a laugh at see how many uses, not all of them. Of course, the Sideswipe mold has had used, I suppose, since, to be honest, never mind at the beginning. I do also have the original as well, so we can see the difference, because obviously the original was Siege, which was the Cybertron version, and of course this is Kingdom, so his alternate mode is Earth mode. And of course we've got Air Razor, who used the mold before Maximal Skywarp as well. So as you can see, loads to get through with this video. So if you've not subscribed to this channel, I'd like to remind you to hit that subscribe button for me now, please, as I put these away. And also to thank the couple of people, funnily enough, who on Instagram who did in fact ask for this as well. But yeah, even though it's a couple of years old, maybe some old warehouse stock have been found, I'm not too sure, but all of a sudden there seem to be quite a few of these. Before we go into the figures, we've got to appreciate the box. To be honest, the box is stunning, and it's actually a mini picture, so I'm going to show you what I mean by that. But if we have a look at this, I'm going to have to very quickly just adjust the camera, get rid of that glare. So we've got Sideswipe there, and of course Maximal Skywarp. We've got the Kingdom artwork there, but the reason why this was so cool is because it was able to do that. And I remember when we first saw this, we were in the middle of lockdown, I'm sure we were, and I was watching the Hasbro thing, obviously on the internet, on the YouTube, and I was just blown away by this, and it is absolutely beautiful. So again, for people who collect mint and seal box, they seem to be doing, well, ever since this really, they've started to do some really nice boxes. I do have the Grimlock to bring up as well. Unfortunately, I don't have the Mirage. If anybody's got a lead onto the Mirage from that pack only, let me know please guys, because I am still missing that one, unfortunately. Anyway, let's have a look at these figures. Now make sure I pick up the right Sideswipe anyway. So we are very accustomed to this mold. It has been dubbed the new Seeker mold. What we mean by that is it just gets redecoed over and over, and so we are accustomed to the head sculpt, which looks lovely. You've got nice blue eyes there. Is that, I was just wondering if it was light piping, but it isn't. So the head will spin all the way around, the arms will go all the way to the sides, as well as spin all the way around. We do have a waist swivel, the legs will kick all the way up and back. There's a swivel on the hip as well, because it's on a ball, and well, it's on the swivel pin there, shall we say. And we've got a knee bend and an ankle tilt and an ankle rock. The Autobot sign on him looks stunning, and yeah, I'm just really impressed with how this looks. Great homage to the original, which I'll bring out again for you in a second as well. Right, let's have a quick look at I nearly called her Air Razor, but of course it's not Air Razor, it is Maximal Skywarp. This is another great mold, to be honest. Head sculpt looks beautiful, actual red robot eyes underneath the it looks like, well, it is a beak, but I'm just not sure if it's a real eagle or not. It doesn't look like it. Someone will correct me in the comments. I'm not very good with my birds. Is it an eagle? I think so, it must be. The wings of course do fold out as well. You can cover them up if you want with them in robot mode. It's up to you how you want them spread. There is a waist swivel. The again, arms without the hindrance can go all the way to the side. They can't however go all the way back, because again they are hindered by the wings. But if you shift them out of the way, you can just about, you know, it's not too bad. You got to be pretty much nearly double jointed to do that anyway, so it's not too bad, it's not too detrimental. Hips are on again pivots. They'll come all the way around out to the side, all the way back, bend them over, and of course you've got ankle tilt and rock because the feet are on balls. Now I don't unfortunately have an original did it Maximal Skywarp figure. I've just got the original G1 Sideswipe. We'll have a look, as I say, at him compared to some of the other uses of the mold in the later part. For now though, what we're going to do, we're going to have a quick look at them in their alternate modes, then come back, put their accessories on them and see how they compare as well. Okay guys, we're back. As you can see, they're in their alternate modes. Quick apologies for no transformation process on this video. The main reason for that is to keep the main length of the video down, And the second is because I've got multiple transformation process videos for Sideswipe and indeed for Air Razor on this channel. So if you want to see them, you can. Also, I need to point out, obviously, when I was doing first impressions, that he wasn't in his full robot mode, but that's because I just taken him out of the box. So you'll see him fully in robot mode with his weapons and accessories in the third part, which is what I always do anyway. So we are going to start off with Sideswipe because this has always been a beautiful mold. It's always been a beautiful alternate mode anyway, and it just looks great. It really does. So to give you an idea of the differences between the Siege and the Earthrise, it's only minor tooling differences, which I'm sure you can see, but the color scheme is slightly different as well. They've obviously gone with a different window. It's not all translucent all the way up, and they've actually gone for some translucent on the side for a change. The wheels look pretty much the same. It's just the back part of the vehicle that look that little bit more different. Now I'm hoping that that's not sun fade on mine, or whether it's just the way that it should have been or was from Siege, because it's a few years old already. So that's the Siege version of the mold, and indeed, of course, we've got the original Generation 1 figure there as well, so you can pretty much see the comparisons. I know that these didn't come with spoilers, and I know that that annoyed quite a few people. For me, I suppose it could be a little bit annoying, but as these, especially these modes, these figures, they never ever get to see alternate mode unless I'm doing a video anyway. So for me, it really didn't bother me, in all honesty. Right, let's have a look at how we can attach the accessories. You've got 5mm ports on either side of the vehicle, and you've got the rocket launcher like so, and if memory serves me correct, yeah, that comes out as well. So although it's no real use at the moment, unless you perhaps wanted to do that, I don't know, you wouldn't want to though, would you? Oh yeah, and of course I forgot, you can combine them, can't you? Yeah, you can. Forgot that. You can of course combine the weapons as well, and that's what I loved about these particular sets of figures. You've still got all the ports there, so you could put battle masters, weaponizers, you could even take Skywarps. Oh, poor old Skywarp. Take his accessories if I wanted to and pop these on the side. You know, you can have a lot of fun with these, and I'm sure you'll agree that they are toys, and that is their overall purpose, and that's actually worked. That's worked really quite well. So there you go. That is his alternate mode anyway. Now if we were to look at Maximal Skywarp, as I say, it is a reuse, retool, and obviously different colour of the Air Razor mould. What I like about it is you've got articulation in the wings, you know, at the top, in the middle-ish, I suppose in the third. They're in quarters, aren't they? 25, 50, near enough. There's about 4 points of articulation on it. You can move the tail up, but it just disconnects the whole back thing, so there's no point doing it. The hip part is tabbed in, but you can move from the knees down, you can move the ankles, and you can of course move the feet as well. The head as well will turn around like so, and I think, yep, the beak is articulate as well. So again, nice mold. What I really like about Kingdom, it brought me to appreciate Beast Wars and Beast figures as well, because I didn't really like them, and in all honesty I wasn't buying them at first. That's why I didn't end up with them all, so I brought this quite late on as well, in honesty. Right, let me just attach her, except I keep saying her, but it's not, it's Skywarp, it's a him. His accessories to the side. It's because my only other experience of the mold is obviously Air Razor and of course the Studio Series versions of her, so apologies that I keep getting that wrong. And there we go. Let's just position him like that, but there's not much more to show you with them alternate modes. Let's come back for the final time in robot mode, do some more comparisons and set them up how they exactly should be. So then here we are back for the final time with them in the robot modes, and this is of course how I'm going to be displaying them. I'm going to start off with Skywarp because this is again his correct appearance, with the feet the right way around, with the shoulder pads up, etc., and the wings tucked in at the back. So this is the correct way to display him when he's in his robot mode, and I'm sure you'll agree, as I said in the first part, he does still look really good. With himself compared to Air Razor, there is a drastic color change, but either of which both actually work. They really do look quite good. Obviously I think they used Pterosaur from this mold as well, which had a golden disc version as well, or I think that was the golden disc one, to be honest. But yeah, they've used, oh, the Buzzworthy, that's it, Buzzworthy and the Golden Disc. Now you've got a choice. I've put the missiles on the side of the forearms, which again, this boils down to this 5mm port system. If you wanted to, you could put them on the thighs like you had them in robot mode. You could put them in the hands. I think I'm going to put I don't know, actually. Let's have a look. You let me know in the comments what you think looks best. I wasn't too sure. Sometimes I just do things, again, I go off the cuff, put everything together, build it all up and just see how it looks. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. Exactly like the first part of this, I took it out of the box and obviously hadn't fully checked that he was in his correct orientations. But whoa, why is that? And again, this is really stiff because it's brand new. But on the other hand, as I say, I need to thank you guys for making me do this, because I was very guilty before I started this channel. I've only been doing the channel just over 3 years of buying figures. No, I don't think that works. I think it works with the gold. I don't know. You let me know. I'm going to put them in his hands for now. So I was very guilty of buying figures, taking them out of the box and just popping them on a shelf, to be honest. And then with the channel, obviously I've had more chance to review the figures, to actually have a play with them, to build them up, to transform them, etc. And it's a thoroughly enjoyable experience, which it should be. Right, what I'm going to do very quickly then, because I do only have, as I say, the Grimlock, I don't have the Mirage. That is the 3 members of the 4 that come with these 2 box sets. And you can clearly see the difference in scale of height there with the Voyagers. Right, that's enough of him. Let's bring him down out of the way. And let's have a look at Sideswipe. And Sideswipe, again, is always going to be spectacular. Whether I'm just biased because I've got the nostalgic memories from being a kid, I don't know. There, of course, is his mold partner, as well as Tiger Track, Deep Cover, and a load of others. But there you go, just wanted to bring him in quickly. And now I want to bring in the original Sideswipe, and yeah, that one's definitely got a bit of sun fade on the legs, so you can really see the upgrades, the differences in these figures, and I suppose the difference of like 35 years between them. The only thing that with the new ones is sometimes I wish they did have a bit more chrome, which obviously they don't. Right, first and foremost then, let's just replicate how I've got him displayed there. So you can put the gun in either hand. You've got these little rectangular cutouts on the top of his, well, around the back of his shoulders, back of his neck, and you can pop that in. So that is, of course, there you go, just copying that. Wow, look at the sun fade on my original. Didn't realize it was anywhere near that bad. Right, let's move that out of the way. But you can also, as well, if you wanted to, this could be like a baton, because again, it's 5mm port compatible, which just seems to work. There's so many different things you can do with this. Whether or not I choose to do that, I don't know. I know that some people perhaps won't be too happy with the forearm gaps, which aren't too big, but that is, of course, mainly for transformation. Now, as I mentioned in the first part, this has had so many uses of the mold. I'm not going to bring them all out, just because of, again, the time I'm filming this. I'm going to bring out the 2 most recent uses of the mold, and I'm sure you'll agree, these are completely out there, and I'm loving them. To be honest, that's why I'm bringing them out, to show you. So if you want to see these, that's Shatterglass Sideswipe, he's in his own video, and that's G2 Universe Sideswipe, and again, they're in their own videos as well. So let me shift these out of the way. Couple more comparisons just because they're here. There's a G1 Minibot Bumblebee. There is a New Age David, which is third party. That's a New Age Sheen, which is third party. Finally, I got a New Age Magic Square, no, a Magic Square Trailbreaker. And again, that's pretty much all there is to show you with this. There's so many figures that we could bring out all the time. But again, we've seen this mold so much, and I'm going to wrap the video up there. So it's a great set, to be honest. If you don't have either of these molds, I don't know how, but you might not have the Air Razor one. And again, for the price that they're coming up at the moment, because they're heavily reduced, it's worthwhile getting them, either if you want to just bolster your Sideswipe army, or indeed your Maximals as well. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Take care.